All right, y'all. Tim is officially coming down from a completed roof. You did it. You got the last piece up. Can I call the boys? Is it safe? Boys! Come look and see what we got here. The roof is done.
All right, y'all, as y'all can see, we're Megan and the boys are working on farm chores this morning. And as I start out, it's I.A.G Farms, all about God. You know, it's a beautiful thing to have y'all here for another video. And as I said, Megan and the boys, they're getting done doing farm chores. They're just giving the sheep hay and giving them a little bit of grain. Solo, nope. Giving the sheep a little bit of grain for nutrition. And got the pigs fed down there. And as y'all saw, Noah and Titus, they're on water duty for today. And Titus is actually training Noah up to do the water because Titus has been doing water, filling up all the waters for probably about 2 years now, something like that. Maybe a year and a half, something like that. And he does a very good job filling up all the animal waters. And Tim is working with Megan and Benjamin over there, and they're getting all the animals hay and grain. And the other two boys are going behind them and doing water. So it's a beautiful thing to be able to have all of our systems so efficient now in this season, because to feed the sheep, we used to have to go to different parts of the farm to feed the sheep, but now, as you see, we have one pen here with sheep in it with the ewes, and then we have another pen right next door to it with the rams in it. And so literally all you have to do is come from the barn here and then go there to feed the ewes and go there to feed the rams. And then Emma is right there, right outside of our front doorstep. And then to feed the pigs, all they have to do is come from the barn. Let me spin y'all around slowly. Come from the barn right there with the feed, and then walk down this hill here past the storm shelter. And then the pigs are right there. We have the female pigs right there, And then you go a little bit further down there by the mini barn, and those are where the boars, the male pigs, are. So that's what we got going on this morning, and I'm finna get ready to get back up on this barn roof. As y'all saw in the last video, maybe not the last video, but the last installment of the barn roofing series, I got this side of the barn roof done, and I'm waiting on that rubber boot to go on that around that wood stove pipe to get that other section put up there, and it should be here on Friday. And we don't have any rain in the forecast, so we're good. We're not in any rush. But today I'm gonna get started on the other side, and the other side may go just a little bit slower because I'm gonna do it a little bit different, and I'm gonna probably end up double working, but it'll end up doing being the right decision in the end, because that roof, that tin up there, that roof is kind of steep, and that tin is kind of slippery, you know, once you get up there. And I'm trying to avoid having to get on the tin and do work as much as possible. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work it in a way to where I don't have to get on the tin. I'm gonna work the opposite way and not have to actually crawl on top of the tin and screw anything down. So, but y'all will see that process as I do it today. And like I said, y'all just stick around, because we're just kind of getting farm chores done right now, kind of getting settled into the day, kind of getting the feel for the day, and kind of you know, hearing what the Lord wants to speak to us, and spending time with him, spending time as a family. And then like I said, I'm finna get ready to climb up on this roof and try to get this other side done. I'm thinking this side of the roof took me 2 days, and I'm thinking that this back side of the roof may take me 3 days. I'm thinking, because I got to go down to the ranch tomorrow to do some stuff. I think my mom's air conditioning unit, the HVAC guys are coming tomorrow to hook up the air conditioning, because we have power and everything down there now, so they're coming. So I had to spend a day down there, Lord willing, and oversee that and record the air conditioner getting installed. And so like I said, by the end of the week I should have this roofing done. So y'all just stick around, let's see what we can get done, and hopefully we can get at least half done today, but we'll see. So y'all just stick around for the journey. Let's see what the Lord has in store for us today. All right, y'all, I'm up here. I got this first sheet of 10 up on this side. And I don't know if I'm having fun or not. Usually I say, yeah, having fun doing this, doing that. I don't know if this is fun or not. For real. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, whether it's fun or whether you're not enjoying it. But now I'm having fun. It's just I'm up here on top of this roof and I don't like being up on heights. I told Megan, I said, every time I get up on this roof, it's like for the first hour or so of the workday, I'm wondering, like, what did I get myself into? It's like, why am I stupid enough to be back up on this roof again? But then after working for a while and getting a good rhythm going, and because it's really bad with my fear of heights when I first get up on the roof. But it's like as I work up here and kind of get used to like looking down and going up and down the ladder and things like that, I kind of get into a rhythm, and I forget that I'm up here. Once I'm up here, it's like once I'm getting up and down is the worst. But I like this A-frame better a whole lot, because this A-frame ladder a whole lot better than the regular ladder that you just the straight up and down ladder. Because on these ladders, it's better on the straight up and down ladder to have somebody holding it at the bottom so it don't slip away from up under you. But when you're working by yourself, you don't have that option. But with these A-frame ladders, you don't have to worry about that because they're braced on both sides. And so I like this thing a whole lot better. I think I might have paid like $300 for that ladder from Home Depot, because it's like a 16-foot tall ladder. It was the biggest one they had, but it was well worth it to have some security as I'm going up and down off this roof, because it makes it feel so much more comfortable. Because it's something about that straight up and down ladder, that transition from getting on the roof to getting off the roof is something. I always feel like the ladder's gonna slip away from up under me when I don't have nobody to hold it. But with that one, I'm a little bit more secure. But let me just show y'all what I've done so far, because I kind of talked y'all through what I was gonna do to not have to get on the 10, and I'm gonna just work my way down this way, as you can see. So what I did was, and I was thinking that this might work, but I kind of had to do it first, because what I was gonna do at first, I was gonna lay, because as you can see, this is 2 pieces of 10. Y'all saw when I put the shorter piece in up here, and you see I have it attached in. If you can see my shadow, get out the way, but you can see I have it screwed in to this ridge beam here. So this 10 here is actually complete. There's nothing else I have left to do on this. I didn't screw it in on this last little ridge here, because the other ridge has to overlap that. Then I screw that down. But so first what I was gonna do was I was gonna do it like I did on the last video of roofing, and I was gonna lay it like that. But because you remember, I laid all the bottom pieces first, and then I came back and did the top pieces. But I did the top pieces from this side, so I never actually had to like get on that 10 over there. I did the top and the ridge beam and everything from this side. But if I would have did that the same way over here and laid all the bottom pieces here, because these pieces are 12 foot long and I needed them to be 16. So I have a 12-foot long piece and a 4-foot long piece, because they didn't have 16-foot long 10 at Home Depot when I went. And I didn't want to have to order it and wait for it and everything. I was ready for it now, so I can go and get it done, so I can get back down to the ranch and get back started on Grandma's house. But so I have 12-foot sections that need to go here, but it's going to be a 4-foot section that's going to be left. And I was going to have to crawl up on the 10 to this ridge here and install that 4-foot section and then screw it into this ridge cap. But the way that I'm doing it, instead of laying all of the 12-foot sections first, what I'm doing is I'm laying that 12-foot section and then laying that 4-foot section. And I already have my ridge cap installed all the way down. I got to put a little piece down there, and I have it screwed in on this side, but it's not screwed in on that side because the 10 is not there yet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep just working my way, doing that same system all the way down. And by the time I get to the end, I might have to get on the roof one time for that last piece, or I may be able to do it from the ladder off the edge over there. But we'll figure that out once we get down there. But for now, this system seems to be working pretty good. I was worried about this piece here, because I need the next 12-foot section piece that comes here to come under here. But I was worried that it was gonna be too rigid to flex up and then get that piece to slide on. It would be good if I had like had something to sit up under there that can kind of hold it up like that right there. Because when I'm on the ground pushing it up, it's not gonna be able to go on there. But I might just be able to get it under there once I get up here. But I might find something that I can stick up under there to kind of hold it up while I'm down there. That way, when I slide that piece up, it'll just tie right in, and then I can do the rest of everything once I get up here. But that's the plan. I might not be having fun, but I'm getting the job done, and it's looking good too. It's gonna feel so good to have this roof complete. That way I can go ahead and start completing everything on the ground, because I was gonna go ahead and start on the siding of the barn, but I just couldn't. Like, I knew I wasn't doing it right, so I had to get up here and finish this roof before I start on the siding of the barn and start building wood racks and chicken coops and all those type of things off the barn and everything. So I'm gonna get this done, get the roof done, and that way I won't have to come up here anymore. Lord willing. We don't say fingers crossed and you know, wish me luck and all that type of stuff. We say Lord willing, you know, because that's what the Bible tells us to do. You know, don't say you're gonna go to this place, don't say you're gonna do this today, do this tomorrow. You know, the Bible talks about how tomorrow is sufficient for itself, but seek the Lord for the things of today. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us this day our daily bread. And he says, if you are going to speak about things that you're going to do in the future, you say, if the Lord wills, I'll go to such and such city, I'll do such and such thing. But because we never know what the Lord's plan is, because they always say, if you want to make the Lord laugh, tell him your plans. For real. Or tell him what you're going to be doing in the next 5-10 years. Because he wants us to plan ahead. He wants us to have vision for the future. But he also wants us to understand that if he has different plans from our plans, that we need to follow and submit to his plans and not to ours. But let me get back to work, y'all. I'm going to try to get a couple more pieces up before I take my lunch break.
Boom, boom, there's a knock at the door, but don't freeze in your tracks. It's that chance that you've been waiting for. It's the light coming through the cracks. When life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the purest gold. Come on, come on. When life shows an open road, you know you should ride. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road. This open road. This open road. Boom, boom, that knock on your door is sounding further away. Don't lose sight, life was times before. This is now today. When life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the purest gold. Come on, come on. When life is an open road, you know you should ride. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road.
All right, y'all, it is looking good so far, and I'm almost halfway done. I think one more row, and I'll be halfway done if I'm not already halfway done. But as y'all can see, it's looking good. I got about 3 or 4 rows done. I did that first row, then I got these other 2 rows done, as y'all see, and everything is looking good. Because I remember when I did that side, I was really rolling, and I might have got done with that side completely if it wasn't for that chimney pipe right there. I had to cut that hole, and I was stressing out about that hole, trying to get it in the right spot, because I didn't want to waste any tin. And I was thinking about taking that chimney out, as y'all saw on that other video, but I couldn't get the pipe out of that box, and I didn't feel like taking all that box down, and I couldn't find the right drill bits and everything from back then, because back then I was just using whatever kind of screws I had. I hate using Phillip head screws, but I use Phillip head screws to secure that box down. And yeah, but I think if I take a good break, I might actually be able to get done with this today. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to rush it, but like I say, if not, definitely one more day and I'll be done. But it's looking amazing, and I know Megan and the boys are gonna be excited to see it, and I'm gonna be excited to be done with it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. Just look at that. Look at that. It looks amazing. I love it. It's just amazing what working with your own hands can do. Like the fulfillment you get. You know, you're so full. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just amazing, because I could have paid for somebody to do this job, but it wouldn't have been the same fulfillment as me, like by the sweat of my brow, putting it up myself, because I was really contemplating contracting out this roofing job, and they would have been done with it probably in a half a day, but it wouldn't have been the same feeling, and we wouldn't have had as much like godly pride in it, and that's what we have now. Is we're gonna be able to say that we built this barn from the ground up. Like literally, Megan and the boys and I were off grid when we started building this barn, and this barn was our home. I don't know if y'all quite understand that, especially you newbies, the ones that weren't around then, but this barn was our home. You know, if you go back and look at some of those videos from back in the day, we might look a little rough. It's like we were off grid back then, trying to figure out the systems, because we came from an on grid system, because y'all know that we had a house in the city and we had a ministry base in the city, and we lived in the city, and we would just come down to the farm every other day to feed the animals for a while, until the Lord told us, "Well done, my good and faithful servants. You've been faithful over a few, now I'm gonna make you rule over many." He told us that when we fulfilled our season in the city, and once we fulfilled our season in the city, it wasn't like coming to this big mansion with everything I already like laid out for y'all. No, it was literally, there was nothing here. Like Emma wasn't there, this barn wasn't here, the storm shelter, none of this fencing. Like it was just raw land. All we had was this pen down here where the pigs are, and that's where we kept all of our animals. And we tried to have animals out on pasture with electric fence and things like that, but they would escape. So there was nothing here. There was no water lines, there was no power, there was no septic, nothing. And no driveway. Is you oldest remember all the days we got stuck on the driveway trying to get in and out of here in the mud. But it's just amazing where the Lord has brought us from, and being able to think back to those times when we knew it was a winter storm coming, because if you watch the old videos, you know that we built this barn because we moved down here in a half-finished camper. The camper wasn't even finished, and the camper was like 100 square foot, like 90 square foot, something like that, and it was off grid. It's just amazing memories. But in the moment, there was a struggle that had to take place in order for us to grow and reach full strength. So the Bible says, "Count it all joy when you go through various trials and tribulations, because the testing of your faith produces patience. And when patience has its perfect work in you, you'll be perfect, complete, and lacking nothing." And now we're not at full strength yet. I'm not gonna say we're mature and on the level we need to be on yet, but we've grown since that point back then when we first moved down here, and it's just amazing, and I love it. And we built this barn from the ground up. Like we have videos with Megan and the boys and I, before Benjamin was even around. Megan and the boys and I like digging the holes for the footers for the barn, putting the sonotubes in the ground, and pouring concrete all through the night. I remember having a bad headache that night. I remember it was like raining. We was trying to get it done before it rained. And then I remember like the concrete setting and putting the brackets in there. And then I remember setting the post when Megan was like leaving. She was leaving that morning. She would make pancakes before she would leave, and we were off grid, so she didn't have a kitchen. And so all of our cooking, literally, listen to this, all of our cooking for about 9 months was done on our barbecue grill, the trailer smoker. We call it our outdoor kitchen. And we'll do a little bit of cooking inside of the camper, but the camper was really too small, and the stove wasn't big enough to do any real live cooking. You couldn't really fit a full-size pot on that stove. But just amazing memories, y'all. And I'm just glad that my family and I can go back and watch the videos, because a lot of times, you know, you labor like this, and if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't get a chance to see it. You know, you only see it from like this perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't see it, you don't get a chance to sit back down and look at yourself. And so it's just amazing. And I'm so thankful that the Lord told us to start this YouTube channel so that we can have those blessings, those memories to share with our kids as they get older. They'll be able to watch back and see how crazy their parents were building this barn, and Dad is talking about he was scared of heights and building this barn. Like, not only will they be able to see the barn in person when they get older, but they'll be able to, you know, watch the videos of us building the barn and watch them building the barn. And if we didn't have the videos, we probably would tell them, like, we used to live in this barn. Y'all won't believe it, do it. And they'd probably be like, no, we ain't living in that barn. There's no way. But now we can show them the videos of us living in the barn and being off grid. And because by the time they get older, this property is going to be so amazing. There may be a house out in this section right here. Emma might not even be here. Who knows? Like I say, it's just going to be amazing to see what this next 5 or 6 years has to bring. But I'm tired, y'all. I need to give me something to drink, get some lunch. I done worked past lunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and take me a break and try to see if I can get back out here and do some more. And if not, like I said, I'll just pick it back up tomorrow. But I'll pick y'all up a little bit later and let y'all know what's going on.
Good catch. I was just thinking I'm coming out to catch you. Check on you. You caught it. Wow, come on with it. You caught that, Titus. Good job, bud.
Here's your champion.
All right.
All right, what do we do when you win? Come on, Sam. What we gotta do? Get the game over. Sportsmanship.
It's an overtime.
All right.
It's either halftime or
You know, the powerful thing is that I was talking to Megan the other day about how, and no disrespect against my dad, because, you know, my dad, he did, you know, best he can do. And what I believe is that each generation is supposed to go further. So my dad was able to get to a certain level. I was supposed to take it from there, go to another level. My boys take it from there and go to another level. As long as each generation keeps growing, you'll be doing it right. But if any generation ever stagnates, which I may believe about our parents' generation, I believe they stagnated, not in a disrespectful way, but just in the truth, like speaking truth. I believe like it was generations that became stagnant and then didn't continue to like evolve and grow, like I saw from like our great grandparents or our grandparents and things like that. I was talking to Megan the other day about how I thought about it, because I was like, man, I never have thrown a football with my dad. I've never thrown a football. I've never played catch with a football, with a baseball. I have no memories of shooting a basketball with my dad. I have no memories of the boys and I, like when they're small, when they're young, I watch Westerns with them. You know, they sit there, I call it sitting in the cuff. They sit there on my arm and we both fall asleep at the same time. Benjamin and I do it now, fall asleep watching Westerns. And it's like I don't have those memories with my dad. And I was thinking about how like important it is to have those memories. Because even when you're young, like Benjamin's age, you know, 5 months old, 6 months old, I can tell sometimes the way that he looks in my eyes, the way that he looks at me. And the same with Megan, you know, just with parents in general. The way that he looks at us, you can tell that his brain is registering and developing because it's in the proper like positioning, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we have this motto where we think about things developing naturally, because if you put kids in a certain environment, we feel that they're gonna naturally develop to where they need to get at. Because if it's an environment, a Christian home, dad is there, mom is there, you know, things like that, just simple things, you know, but every kid doesn't have those things. You know, you have single family households and things like that, and nothing against those households, but that's not the way, you know, that's just, you know, somebody might offend somebody, but that's not the way it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? That's a part of the broken world. Like, kids are not supposed to have to, a son is not supposed to have to grow up without a dad. A daughter is not supposed to have to grow up without a dad, and even vice versa, without a mom. Families are not supposed to be broken, you know, families are supposed to be together. And there's a certain development that happens. I think it's not just like physically, I think it's like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, like all those things like develop together in the right environment, and you don't have to like force it. And I think a lot of times we end up forcing it because or trying to produce those environments by putting them on the football team or putting them in sports or putting them in after school and things like that, because the environment is not there, the natural environment that where they will develop like properly, you know, because the families are broken. And so we try to like manufacture those environments, you know, instead of a kid sitting out in the yard tossing the football with his dad, he got to go get on the football team, you know, which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not saying there's something wrong with that thing, but I'm just saying like there are certain things that happen. There's certain like development that happens with these boys out here just tossing around the football with me. You know, we're just having fun, but having those things in the right context, like development happens that will like bring them into manhood. Like things that they need to know to be a man are being developed right out here in this field. And it's just amazing. We didn't mean to get all deep on y'all, but that's just what's happening. That's the beautiful thing. That's why it's so easy for us to like, you know, be on YouTube, because we're just recording what we're doing. is we're not like, you know, manufacturing things. We're just, whatever we're doing, we record it. Our life just so happens to be entertaining. And we have entertaining type like personalities. We're like carefree, and we can also encourage it at the same time. But trying to get back on this barn before it gets too late on us.
All right. All right, y'all. That was powerful, and I'm glad that the boys get to have just such an awesome experience. Like, this is their physical education. They're able to run around in the field, toss the football with their dad, and do all that after homeschool. And it's just a beautiful thing that, you know, just these feels like being obedient, being in the place where the Lord wants us to be, and doing the things that the Lord wants us to do. He allows our environment to minister to us. And it kind of makes me think about something Tim shared with y'all, that in the past season, that was his like motto. And it's, if I change, everything will change. Like, everything around him will change. And I see that, you know, because we weren't in this type of environment before, but that was the Lord's will. That's where he wanted us to be at that time and at that season. And we fulfill, you know, the mission that he had us on. But, you know, as we like grew, he began to change our environment so that instead of just us ministering to the people around us and our environment around us, and us trying to like take it by force and drive out demons and change and break down strongholds, he also changed our circumstances and our situation. So now when we walk out of our front door, our environment ministers to us. So that's just a beautiful thing that the Lord has done. And it's like, in each season, you know, sometimes we look at our circumstances and we look at our situations and we like let those things determine how we're going to be. If we're going to be sad, if we're going to be happy, if we're going to have joy, you know, how we're going to feel. And we let our outside circumstances and our situations like minister to us and determine who we are. But if you hold on long enough, and if you say, if I change, everything change, and you let your inside like spirit minister to like your situation, and you say, you know what, it's bad right now, but I'ma still have joy. And you say, you know what, like it's demons all around me, but I'ma scream the name of Jesus and I'ma drive them out. Eventually you will get to the place where those outside circumstances and situations have changed so much that you can then allow your environment to minister to you and look up and see, wow, look at what the Lord has done. Look at how he's changed. And then you have a testimony all around you. So your circumstances, they might not be different right away, you know, but don't let those circumstances change you and minister to you. Be the change in your circumstances. And so then you'll be able to look back and say, okay, I see things have changed. But not because something outward changed, but because something inward shifted those things around you. With that being said, we're going to get back on this this barn roof. Something that I know that Tim loves to do. And listen, Tim Sr. gets to be as grumpy as he wants to be, as long as he's going on the barn roof and nobody else is going on the barn roof. But actually, I gotta get up there, so I don't know. You might need to be nice to me.
Nah, that don't count.
So recording doesn't count.
Nope.
Okay. I guess I'll let you have that. All the way up until the point I had to step my foot on the barn roof and prop myself up and record you like spinning stuff on top of your head.
Johnny boy, put your hat back on.
Cutting the pieces.
Yeah, this is where we wanna be. In Tennessee, in Tennessee, in Tennessee, yeah. Where hummingbirds are flying in the sky. Dreams are coming true. A magic place where you can count the stars. Just lay down in the middle of the night, look out to the sky. Hummingbirds are flying in the sky. Dreams are coming true. A magic place where you can count the stars. Just lay down in the middle of the night, look out to the sky. The Tennessee skyline.
Okay. Tim and I are debating about whether or not we have 2 rows left or it's 3 rows left. And the reason for this debate is we're trying to determine whether or not we can get actually done with this project tonight or if it's going to have to carry on to another day. And I think we both think that we can get it done. Y'all know how we are. Y'all already know. So I'm going to show y'all the extra. So this is it, y'all. Y'all see that? Let me step down so you can kind of see the perspective of this piece of tin that we've just done. But this is how much we have left. And we're thinking 2 rows and we're it. Like, call it. We're done right there. And he is, you know, getting a big piece of tin. I don't know what he's doing actually, because I think he might be trying to cut something. So I don't know, he might have measured for the ridge cap and is already trying to cut that small piece to speed up the process. I'm not sure, but let me just show y'all this. This is the sun over here peeking over the horizon. We figure we got at least an hour, probably more like an hour and a half, not quite 2 hours, but almost 2 hours left before it starts to get 0 dark 30. And it gets dark here quickly, like very quickly. Even though it still looks light in the sky, it will be dark where we are. So yeah, I hear him turn on the generator, so he's cutting pieces back there. So he's trying to accelerate the process of getting done. But yeah, I think that we can get it done. I really, really do. So this is it, y'all. If he's cutting that piece, then he's going to be able to come up with a whole sheet of tin, fill in that piece, secure everything, boom, boom, boom. Then we just got 1 more row and then ridge cap and we are done. I have a feeling, I do. I have a feeling that we're going to be racing the nightfall. So y'all just bear with us. Hopefully we can actually get this project done today. living on the edge. That's why that's a thing. Oh, that's a thing for a reason. It looks beautiful. Look at all that tin. It's like tin stretching on for miles. Zoom out a little bit. Y'all, look at this roof. So we're thinking that one more row we'll do it. And we have a barn. And it's not even, like, the sun is not even setting yet. It's still up high. Can we go down now? We just got down off the roof. Hopefully this is the last time we'll have to go back up there. This is the last piece. This is the last line. This is it, y'all. And Tim's coming down. He's positioning his ladder. About to get this tin. I'm about to hoist it up here for one last time. And then literally he will have completely built a barn. Roof and all. I mean, we still have to do siding, but that's just cosmetic at this point.
It only took us 2 years.
It only took us 2 years. Oh.
Talk about patience.
One last line. I'm excited, y'all. This is like monumental for us.
Right here under the thumb of a cold air, a calling from something that's out.
All right, y'all. Tim is officially coming down from a completed roof. You did it. You got the last piece up. Can I call the boys?
Oh, yeah.
Is it safe? Boys! Come look and see what we got here. The roof is done. He did it. And it's not dark yet. Let's just check. The sun has gone below the crest of the trees, but there's plenty of light left. All righty. All right, y'all, I'm about to climb up this roof and show y'all a very, very completed roof. And I'm excited to see it myself. There it is. Let me see. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's it, y'all. The roof. The roof is done. That's a lot of tin. That's a big roof. Wow.
One day.
Wow.
One man.
Yes. Yay. One man, one day,
One God.
one God. That's it right there. One more you can see.
Whoa.
Look at that.
What you think, Noah?
That's super high.
Don't you love it?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
You can go.
Can you get back down? You want me to throw you down on the ground?
All right.
Okay.
All right, just stay one step at a time, though. Mama, you too. Get on up that tire. Let me know what you think, man.
That's it. You can go next time, Tim.
Mhm.
You was scared.
I'm climbing up behind them like I would catch them.
That's good right there, Ty.
Wow.
What you think, bud?
Wow.
It's a lot of roofing, ain't it?
Uh-oh.
All right, come on down. Take your time coming down. Take your time coming down.
All right, come on, Tim.
Last one. Tim James better go by himself.
For real, because I ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
If he start falling.
Safety net.
Yeah, for real. Listen, they climb ladders like that all the time just playing. That's only the top where they're going is like they would be standing on the top of that ladder, they be climbing.
Yeah. He can see now, so.
What you think?
It's a lot of roof, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, come on down, buddy. Let's end this thing before it get dark.
Yeah, it's already getting dark.
Exactly.
Get dark, we start making bad decisions.
Exactly. Yep.
Sure, climb up that ladder.
It's like, listen, I'm so tired. My face is stuck in smile. I can't even do nothing but smile. It's like my face just stuck. It just won't do nothing else.
You gotta keep laughing until you.
Come on down off the ladder, please. And then start talking. All right, y'all. I'm so excited. I cannot believe you finished the roof.
Jesus, 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 Jesus.
Well, it's been quite the day, quite the excitement. So exciting towards the end. He was able to finish out the roof. And it's just starting to get dark. So it's always a plus when we can finish in a day and then, you know, have some daylight after the project. So I'm super excited. Let me see if I can get the roof in the background because it is amazing. Look at that.
That's right.
So cool. Ernest now has a roof. The barn has a sufficient covering. And we're just going to call it right there. I don't know what else there is to say. It's I.A.G. Farms.
It's all about God.
We will see y'all on the next one.
Open up the heavens. Come rain down your presence. Jesus, come. Inhabit the praise of the sinner and saint. Jesus, come. And Jesus, move.